welcome you to Durrow. It has been a long time.
Thank you for meeting with me, Lord. I trust our gift was well received.
Exotic spices, all of which are foreign to me. I am impressed.
Only a taste of things to come. Dublin will soon be known as the pillar of Ireland's trade. To a long life and prosperous reign, my king.
Such fealty. You honor me. You must be Eivor. My gratitude for your selfless actions and what preceded my coronation.
Lord.
It seems my enemies could not wait for my reign to begin before trying to put an end to it. An old tale between northern and southern Nail, I'm afraid. But it's one whose ending I will be the author of.
Planning a war?
A High King should have control over his land. And I shall. If it takes a bloody war, I must be prepared for it.
Dublin's trade has plenty to offer and plenty of stout fighters, Eivor included, ready to fight alongside you.
I appreciate your desire to strengthen the ties between Meath and Dublin. And as much as I find myself in need of aid, it appears you find yourself undermined by your own people.
What do you mean?
During the coronation, a monastery was raided and a Christian text was lost. The Book of Kells. Dublin Danes are to blame. Your support would be of great help, let me be clear. But this capriciousness will sooner harm me than help me.
I take it the book is important.
Authored by monks from the monastery of Iona some 80 years ago it was. After the Danes first reached our shores. It was meant to preserve the Christian faith in uncertain times. Today, it is a symbol of that perseverance.
If I retrieve the book, set straight the ones who did this, would you welcome Baridth into your court?
It would help.
These Danes, you know where they are?
In a bog in Inch Row, just north of here.
Eivor, this is my responsibility.
Remain here. I will see it done.
도움 잘만 받아놓고 왜 이래요? 아, 형 진짜. 야, 이거 좋아.
Book should be here somewhere.
사다리로 타고 들어가서 이렇게 자유하는 거였네? 됐나? 야가 대빵이야? 이건 그놈 맞네. 토르슈테인.
It's you. Thought we told you to leave,
이거 봐, 이거 봐.
Thorstein.
후안이 있을 줄 알았어.
Leave Dublin. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is not Dublin.
You did not understand you were not to be seen again.
Oh, come now. How was I to know you would find your way out here? Why are you here?
Looking for a book you stole. You raided a monastery recently.
Oh, it was several monasteries, actually. These new friends of mine do not tire easily.
The book is important to the Christians. I need it back.
The Christians? Ha! See? You are an Irish lapdog. I do not have it. Are you upset? Please do not be upset. You are upset.
야, 동작 그만.
I am running out of reasons to let you live.
동작 그만.
I know where it is. Boyne Tombs. Some strange folks offered me this hoard for it. I could not resist. Could you? See? You understand. We are very alike, you and I. I could just as well be your brother. Do not kill me.
Thorstein, your blood is not worthy of my steel.
I could not agree more.
Now vanish.
안
I mean it
돼.
this time. A third encounter you will not walk away from.
아니 왜 이렇게 얘를 놔줘?
I am through with Ireland. My ankles ache for how I must dance around all of these kings. It offers nothing. Except for this. I will just take this. And this.
아 열쇠. 야 취한다. 아. 하염 안 되지. 쉿. 이거 책.
Book of Kells. Now to get out of this ghastly grotto.
The book. Have you found it?
Its popularity is ever increasing.
This is Owen, Abbot of Armagh. The book is for him.
I remember. From the coronation.
와, 책 화려한 거 봐.
I pray you did not have to endure much to reclaim this.
A small price to ensure the High King's patronage.
What's this? Lord, you are chosen High King by God Almighty.
Oh.
These are pagans. I mean no disrespect.
We Norse have hardened shells, Abbot.
그래 맞아.
That's
하도
why
많이
we are
들었어.
liked by so many.
I only mean to warn Flann of the possible implications. Nothing more.
And I am well aware of them, Abbot.
I have spoken past what is right. I will take my leave. Lord, please excuse this clumsy intrusion.
No need. I am gladdened to see the book is back in good hands.
바심이요.
He is colorful.
I do not blame the abbot for raising alarm. History dictates he has every reason to. What is your report?
I have dealt with the leader and the bark. We will have no more problems coming out of Dublin.
Then we shall turn our eyes to the problem at hand. Ulster is using its power to sway Connaught, an allegiance that must be snuffed before it takes flame. For that, we need to gain support from the other
아,
kingdoms.
동맹 맺어야 되네.
Speak with Kira.
어,
She will guide you in this.
I shall
키아라랑
return to Dublin to gather men and resources for the march.
I
얘기할.
welcome them. When we are strong enough, we'll meet at Knockfree and devise a strategy.
그 정당한 그걸 얻었어요. 동기.
You were
뭔가
gone some time.
어?
What happened?
The
아니야.
book was in the hands of a strange cult. They procured it from Thorstein.
아 맞아. 형이
I
살려줘가지고.
was weak to spare him. My own
그래.
son knew better.
Chin up, Bardet. We have come into favor with the High King.
I will feel better the day Front's trust in me is not shadowed by doubt.
맞아요. 란드비는 제
Back to
취향이
Dublin I
아니었어요.
go. Talk to Kira.
그러니까
We must gain favor with the other kings quickly.
키아라랑 어떻게 잘 될 방법이 없을까?
I reckon Flann and Barith have found common ground, seeing as you're still here.
They have.
Ara, and how much of your charm seeped into that conversation?
I merely showed the High King I'm a Norse he can trust.
It is more than that. You've certainly left your mark here. Sure, I think Flann is fond of you.
Is he the only one?
어?
You're not shy, are you?
그럼
Just perceptive.
자신감
We
넘쳐야지.
need to curry favor with as many kingdoms as we can. Flann said you could help with that.
Aye. The kings of Ireland have long sent their grievances to the High King's court in hopes their pleas be heard. Their problems range from petty squabbles to larger issues. I've taken the liberty of sifting through them, choosing the ones that might elicit the best response.
I see. The bigger the favor, the bigger the reward.
There you have it. Keep an eye out for pigeon coops. That's where I'll leave any noteworthy tasks.
I regret my earlier distrust, but I've seen too much Irish blood spilt by Danes to give trust easily.
I know what it is to be bloodbound, Lord. It burns so bright it can blind to all else.
So, King, if Alach is the prize, how do you mean to take it? The ring fort there is the strongest in all the lands.
Yet the kings of Alach dwell outside its protection, foolishly leaving themselves vulnerable.
Still, that's a long march over uncertain soil. Your army will be exposed to forces unknown.
Abbot Owen has offered land at Clogher, where our army will make camp. From there, we move on to Alach.
This just arrived. The kings of Alach want to talk peace.
They surrender before you touch their soil? I know those who would die for such a reputation.
I don't like it. The wording is vague, asking much and promising little.
What's the harm in hearing them out? If we start with the sword, we have nowhere else to go. They know me, they'll listen.
You would speak for me.
If you would honor me with your trust.
My life has been one of warfare. plots and intrigue. I have never known the trust of a brother, and do not give mine over easily. Bareth McEver, King of Dublin, I hereby authorize you to speak for me, Flann Shinna, High King of Ireland and all of her people.
I will honor the faith you have placed in me, my king.
Do I have your blessing to accompany Barid,
거지?
King Flann?
I'll not waste our time on formalities, Eivor. But you'll not be going with Bareth. I need you elsewhere.
Tell me where.
You must build up some goodwill among the northern Aile, as you've done for other kingdoms. Kira will provide the details at the pigeon coops.
어,
I will
비둘기
earn you
사장.
their favor, Lord, for the trust you've shown my cousin.
다 받아요 일단. 다 받아요. 울스터 거 다 해줘야 됩니다. 호의를 얻으려면 일단 올려야 돼요. 오 신인 마이 아이즈. 저기 빨간 애를 죽이면 안 돼. 딱 그 목표 초록색에만 죽여야 돼. 저기 있다. 머리 딱 가만히 있어. 신이 갖고 와. 어? 왜? 왜 불필요한?
To get out of here.
제가 뜨지 않아서 왕실 보석. 야.
It's done.
패스 완료해버렸는데? 불필요한 살인 해버렸는데? 근데 주네? 요 퀘스트. 아이 몰살. 이름은 마음에 들어. 몰살. 좋아. 줘봐. 또 봐. 제가 봐. 이름은 몰살인데 들키지 않은 상태 유지하고 또 불필요한 살인 피하라 그러네. 너무 퀘스트 이름이랑 다르지 않아? 나한테 또 시련을 준다 또. 다 죽어버려. 씨. 으유 씨. 뭐 그렇게 잘못했냐 내가. 야 결사단이었네. 어쩐 좀 뜨더라. 둔 요새에 단우 회원이 하나 있네. 너도 죽어라. 강력하게 처벌을 해달라 그러는데. 스탑. 얘들아 스탑. 들키지 않은 상태 될까? 이건 하나만 지키면 되긴 되는데. 이거야.
Show me.
안 되겠다. 올라가자. 수풀이 있었어야 했는데. 어디? 저놈 갔나? 저놈 안 보이고. 한 놈, 두 놈, 세 놈, 네 놈, 다섯 놈. 들키가 없는데? 가봐. 최대한 안 들키도록 노력이라도 해봐. 위치 바꿔가면서 애들을 때리자. 아직 내가 못 찾았어. 한 놈만 안 들키면 돼. 한 놈만.
God has heard my prayers.
You flatter me, Lord. But what's wrong? Where's Barid?
He's not returned.
어?
Nor have two messengers sent after him.
This cannot be simple misfortune.
잠깐만.
It hints at some dark design.
Do you wish you'd taken up Eivor's offer earlier?
Aye. We may have lost 3 souls for not giving it more serious
아니, 나는-
consideration.
Let me go after him, Lord.
형,
If he lives,
형
I will
믿어준
find him.
건데.
Even with your cunning and guile, you would not go unchallenged. Not without a king's pass, and few Vikings have those.
I'd wager a few from Donegal do.
Donegal, a Norse settlement.
A port on the western shore. A fair bit of their trade finds its way to Aljach, so someone there is bound to have a pass.
Is this port well guarded?
It's crawling with Norsemen grown lazy on success. They'd not expect someone to go Viking on them.
Good. I'll go to Donegal now and get one of these passes. With your leave, Lord.
If it means fewer lives lost, you have my blessing.
보지 말라고. 잠깐만, 넌 뭔데? 아, 얘가 통행증 들고 있는 애나 보다. 아, 가져와. 통행증 가져와. 신인 물어.
This should get me through all these gates.
야, 신인. 야, DLC 오니까 너 엄청 쓸만하다. 통행증 있어요, 통행증? 통행증 있습니다.
What business have you here?
The business of kings.
그렇지.
Here's my pass.
Go on then.
들어가라 하네.
Who are you to come before the kings of Ireland?
날왕이다.
Virgil. You're not Virgil.
바리드 뭐합니까?
I don't know you.
I am Sturm of Donegal. Who's Fergal?
The King of Dublin speaks of a cousin who advised us for a time. A glorified goat herder who should have taken our advice. So, Sturm, what brings a Viking from Donegal here?
You tell me. I came at your invitation.
There's some mistake. I sent no such message. It wasn't me. It could have been you-know-who. But he hates Vikings. Forgive my brother's bluntness. We will get to the root of this, I assure you.
이 교단원
Can I offer
밑에
you a
있는
drink?
놈들인가?
Yes. More drink? I haven't seen the bottom of my cup since I got here. If I wasn't a trusting man, I'd say they're trying to keep me drunk.
No drink for me. I'll return when you have finished your king's business.
If it's not drink you're wanting, you should take a tour of the ring fort. It's renowned throughout the land.
나한테
As we've
윙크했어.
told you several times, King Barda, the ring fort of Ireland is not open to guests. In fact, you could even say that it's closed for a select few.
원형 요새 들어가야 되네.
So you're keeping prisoners there. Oh, have a drink, you two. Do you think I haven't taken a few hostages myself?
I'll seek out a place to rest until you remember why I was summoned here.
Of course, of course. Your pass will grant you free run of this place.
If you see Fergal, say hello for me.
For the last time, Barrett, the ring fort is off limits.
요새가 돌아다닌다. 이거 암살 각인가 이거는? 이건 어쩔 수 없을 것 같아. 다 죽여야 돼 너. 드디어 열쇠 각 나온다. 신인? 고 신인, 고 신인. 됐어. 챙겼지. 열쇠 챙겼다. 감옥 열쇠.
This is the right key. I'll let you out. Return to King Flan if you can.
그래 너네 근데 들키지 말고 돌아가라.
You've done me a good turn.
떼가지로 나가면 이거 티나지 않나? 너희들 너무 눈에 띄어. 나 얘들아 좀 위에 좀 나와봐 씨. 오지마 씨. 오지마 임마. 암살을 못하게 하네 암살을. 아우 나 진짜 너네. 아씨 원형 요새 감옥 한 번 암살로 다 털고 나니까 요새 정복됐어. 그냥 프로들도 풀어주기 전에 내가 다 죽였으면 그냥 쉽게 먹는 건데.
Join us, cousin. We've been having a grand old time, the kings and I.
It's the abbot who's turned this place into a prison. He's taken hostages from
수도
all the
원정?
families to control all of Ireland. Shut your gab, Donald. Owen will kill you if you talk too much.
오웬 나왔다.
And Flan will kill us if we don't.
대관식에서
It's like
그
Donald
맡았던
said.
사람.
It was Owen. He told us to delay whoever came until
Until what?
the abbot can move his forces in.
How many men? How many?
We don't know. No one does. He has some companies at Armagh, more men than he lets on. That's all I know.
Left to my cousin, you'd both be puddles of blood and guts. But King Flan might spare your heads. You'll be treated as hostages, not prisoners, until your king decides what to do with you. Now, think on your sins. It'll be easier in the end to let them keep their crowns, but they don't need to know that yet.
Flan must learn of this trap.
I've already sent messengers telling him to pull his army back. I wasn't going to sit on my arse waiting for you.
I'm impressed.
형이다 생각이 있네.
It took days of drinking that swill before Neil finally grew bored and careless.
You have outdone yourself. I'll be sure to let the king know who the real hero was today.
Thanks to you, cousin. Make sure that message reached Flann and I'll join you all later. May Sol and Mauni guide ye.
Eivor, you did well at Alec. We march in the morning. I think it no small thing for you to lead my honor guard.
Did you
보이요.
not get Barid's message, Lord? You must pull back, not move forward.
아직 안
This ruse is
물렸네.
part of a larger trap not yet sprung.
Bareth believes to know the minds of these kings, but the church has taken root and flourished since my uncle's day.
The church is behind the plot against you. Did the message say nothing of Abaddon?
King Neil and King Donal were doubtless seeking to cast blame elsewhere. The church is a convenient scapegoat.
What if there's some truth to Barid's suspicions?
Owen is the abbot of Armagh, God's appointed in Ireland. I cannot doubt him on the word of a friend.
야, 바리드 의심 되게 잘해놓고.
Why are you all still here? Did my message not get through?
It did. But King
Wow.
Flann is not convinced.
You
도와줘봐야.
must pull out the clawher now, my king, before we are surrounded by Owen's army.
You do not command me, Bareth McKeever. If there was an army, my scouts...
Your scouts are dead. Baldur's blood, Flann. How many must die before you learn to trust?
You forget yourself, Bareth. Do not invoke your false gods in my presence.
Listen! What's that?
Owen's wolves have
플란
arrived.
죽일까?
I didn't come this far to die in a tent, my king.
We're under attack!
Come on!
I'll take more heads than
여기 있는데 애들이 누가 나쁜 애들이 너니?
If we hold off this assault, we will save the day!
석궁말 너무하네.
us! The archers have fire! They come from the fields! Blunt those up!
말을 안 들으니까 부상이라도 입히고 싶은데. 누구. 나와 이거 공격하게 플란 저거. 야, 플란 옆에서 아무것도 안 하고 방해만 하는데? 짓밟기를 못하게 해.
They're on the road!
그러니까 맹목적 신앙이 위험하지. 잠깐만, 우리 팀 왜 이렇게 많이 죽었지? 아군 왜 이렇게 많이 다쳤어? 내가 석궁으로 처음에 호위 엄청 많이 해주고. 근데 설마 죽나?
Barid,
와,
no one knew your true measure.
Except you, cousin. You never doubted me.
어떡해.
Your bravery will be remembered, Barid. I'll see to it. Hold your weapon well, cousin. I will see you in Valhalla.
Siegfried is my Valhalla, Eivor. Valhalla need not be a place. It can be a legacy. Flann must back him. Have him swear by his God. There's nothing the Christians fear more than their Almighty's wrath.
어떡해. 아들 17, 시그프레드 17살인데.